you would see less.
For this week's 2020, I team up with Drew Carey and Reason TV to bring you the latest on bailouts and bull. Ever hear of Reason TV?
I don't believe the government has any right to tell people they can't express themselves.
Who should have the final say? Parents or politicians?
What in the world is going on?
You might think it's illegal. Actually, it is.
Our country is headed on a tailspin to hell.
For Reason.tv, I'm Drew Carey, and I'm out of here in a helicopter.
Reason TV is a website that's part of the Libertarian magazine, Reason. Its slogan is free minds and free markets.
Smell that smell? It's the smell of freedom.
It's not usual that a TV game show host takes on controversial topics like illegal immigration and medical marijuana. So why does Drew Carey lend his name to Reason Online?
When I picked up the magazine for the first time, I don't know why I picked it up. I was just looking for stuff to read. And I was amazed because everything I read about in the magazine, I went, oh, that's the way I think. And that makes sense. And just because it's called Reason, like, it's funny because all their arguments sounded reasonable, you know?
What's the message?
The thing I got out of that Reason magazine really helped me out is not thinking of the government first for the answer to every single problem. The government is the answer for a lot of problems we have. But it's not the first solution, and it shouldn't be the first solution. There's a lot of problems we have in this country and as a society where the government shouldn't even be involved and doesn't have to be involved.
Take medical marijuana. 13 states have said if you need this drug, you can use it legally. So why is the federal government raiding places that sell medical marijuana?
A raid by armed federal agents.
Federal agents seizing hundreds of pounds of marijuana.
Friday, I'll introduce you to a man facing up to 100 years in jail for selling marijuana to sick people.
Charlie Lynch was, the nicest guy in the world.
Charlie Lynch was making a profit off of selling marijuana.
He was helping people. Why are you locking him up?
He was primarily helping himself.
It's complete bull, but it's the bull that we live in.
I don't think there's anything wrong with medical marijuana.
Taking stands like this could hurt you as a TV star. You don't need this. Why are you doing this for Reason?
Yeah, turn
TV?
the camera off. I don't think it's going to hurt my TV career to go, yeah, me and 70% of the people in California think medical marijuana is a good idea. I think it helps people know that I'm a reasonable person and I'm not a moron. The state of California passed the law, and the DEA should back off.
After that interview, the Obama administration announced they would back off. They will stop raiding marijuana dispensaries in states where medical marijuana is legal. But the federal government still wants to lock up Charlie Lynch.
And they don't come down on the state legislatures that gave us these laws. They come down on the little guy, me.
And what about that border fence on the Mexican border? Should the feds back off from that?
The fence does slow people down.
So it's an inconvenience is all it is. It's not going to stop anything.
But don't we need a border?
I don't know how anybody can't see that this stupid fence isn't a waste of money.
These borders have to be secured. We're at war. It is imperative that we complete this fence.
But it's really expensive. They can put a ladder over it. They cut holes in it.
Not if they're being watched. You have border patrol people.
Then well, you don't need the fence. The wall is bullshit.
And what about President Obama's plans for free preschool?
Sounds so good. Universal pre-kindergarten, more education.
I think it's a lot of money wasted.
The government is going to make sure all the programs are quality programs.
Like, really? Seriously? Do you believe that?
No. Do you?
No. No, I don't.
Some parents agree with Drew.
This whole thing, it's a scam. Parents are being told that we're not capable of facilitating our child's learning, and that's bull. It's a waste of money.
So if you're a parent, what should you do?
You should educate your kid.
Don't say it's not the government's job?
No. It's your job.
And is the government doing a good job with our highways?
You plan your day around traffic.
Could a private company manage roads better so you don't have to spend so much time in traffic?
It will now take them 10 minutes for a journey that used to take 45 minutes.
I don't need to pay tolls so that a corporation can make a profit.
So why do so many people instinctively just say, you can't sell the public highways?
There are people, frankly, in Congress who can't abide the thought that you might be able to pay for something without going down there and kissing their ring for the money.
With roads, people say, yes, government must run the roads.
You only think the government has to run the freeways because you've never thought of the government not running the freeways. We don't say, well, the government needs to run these diners because I'm sick of getting a bad cheese sandwich. You know, if the government ran it, it'd be so much better. You would be afraid for your life if the government ran the diners. You would think like, oh no, I'll never get another good cheeseburger as long as I live if the government ran the diner. Because the government screws everything up.
Find out more about what Reason TV and I have learned about what the government is doing this Friday on a special 2020 Bailout and Bull.